Day 3. So we did the beauty body install. We need to go back and do a mental body install layer 2 for men that is like not the beauty body. But it's the service. How do I be of service to my divine mate counterpart body? Because she might be running frequencies 5 million times faster or 5 light years faster, and I need to be in alignment with it. So that's the Ravenclaw men's body. The feminine energy is just so much faster. They pinpoint deeper spiritual concepts and higher analytical processing at a much faster rate than a male does. 100%. They are way more mentally flexible and agile. They are more forgiving and less dogmatic. And in general, they see the bigger picture and the greater holistic approach to almost everything. So that's the higher divine femme. And remember, the right brain is Maleficent, Kali Ma, like Kali Ma level Maleficent. Isis, the divine femme. That's Bina. That's where the supernals begin. And then we have Hokmah, and that's the secondary part. So no male or no divine masculine, unless they're getting past Kali Ma or any kind of actual authority. So there's not one man on this planet, not one, that has crossed the abyss through the bottom of the clipeth. 0. Except for my children. Cross the abyss through the bottom of the clipeth and past Kali Ma into Hokmah or Keter. 0. All right. So our mental body appropriation to life is so low, and it's run by, okay, mental body 3. Mental body 3 is the health and fitness, be yourself body. And there are a lot of reasons for this. For a man, that's their beauty body. That so in actuality, the beauty body for a male should be, how do I be of service to the divine feminine in the most appropriate way? The higher divine femme. That is the beauty of the masculine energy. Oh, I just lost 1,000 customers that are all just macho male narcissists. All right. So here we are in Ravenclaw. We now have our beauty body installed. We are going to do an install, maybe for our mate or our person, on their beauty body. And that will be our next video. Or they can do their self-install, which is kind of the point that I'm trying to make, is that we would actually have to install their beauty body for them, because they don't have any of the real groundwork to be able to do that. So health, fitness, intelligence. Be yourself body. Mental body 3. When we approach health and fitness as women, or as a master, we look at everything and we go, I have to do all of it. And your mind explodes. And you go, I need to look like this. I need this. I need this. And it's so unnerving. And it's overwhelming. The idea that I would get back onto the mat, like, I feel like I need to be doing an hour and a half of Ashtanga yoga a day again. And I can barely get through a 1-hour run, much less add a full thing of Ashtanga yoga. And so the whole thing counteracts and contradicts itself. And I explode instead of just getting back on the mat. So that's part of the mental body's dysfunction in the current paradigm. Or it's like, I'm too fat to even go to the gym, so I'm not gonna. Or I'm too poor to go to the gym, so I'm not gonna even just go on a 3-hour walk a day. So there's these like psychosis delusions in our mental bodies about even approaching health and fitness. Oh, I feel like I have to juice every single day this week, so I don't even juice once. So now you guys are like, oh my God, I know I'm exactly like that. Because you're running such high vibe energy, and it's all in the higher worlds, but it's not grounded and integrated into your daily life. So this is the big healing for how to begin. So it helps the beauty body. Do you understand? Every mental body moving forward helps the beauty body, because it's Russian dolling our mental bodies. But they're not Russian dolls, they're mental body in cases. There was a download yesterday. Where the first beauty body was the Aoin body. And this mental body is the beauty body Arwen. Because this is this is how we actually get ahead of the curve, instead of just be the curve. Because when we create our lifestyle to reflect inward, then we begin to evolve in an elevated fashion. So stretch out, legs, feet, hands, toes. You're going to wrap the original metal mesh, probably around 1-inch cubes around your body, and into your central nervous system, starting at your pituitary, which then drops to your vagina. And then we have a smaller resolution. So somebody was trying to say, this is really shallow. I'm wanting to hear about knife rape. So so there needs to be a certain balance in life, otherwise we burn out. So Gaybra is full on active. If you're in a Gaybra addiction mode, this is probably part of your health and fitness intelligence delusions, like psychosis or sickness, because you have to have a certain amount of relax. A warrior, a military professional gets sent off to war for a year and they still have recreational sports and stuff. And then they come home and they like don't work for months because it's bad business to push the Gaybra for infinity. And I'm the Archangel Kamael, and I know this. So be mindful. You have to take care of yourself, because otherwise it's psycho. Okay, so our health and fitness. Good war comes from people that are healthy and strong and intelligent. Not sick soldiers that are wounded and addicted to war. So we have the smaller, higher res cubes going on the inlays of the bigger cubes on the outside of our mental body, and it goes into our brain. And then we make sure that like 3 layers of that metal mesh is at our dragon tail. And that even higher res version gets grafted around our bones. And a very high resolution gets grafted into our bones. If you feel like you need to do the razor blades at your joints and the tin foil at the insets of the 200 bones in our hands and feet, etc. If you want to remember the T13, T14 invisible vertebrae, you can. Like that's good. And then you make sure that all the metal wire meshes, the very very small ones, are going and poking through each of the vertebrae in your spine and through your tail. Now I'm getting to a part of my own consciousness that it goes, I am nothing. I don't even love to people. And if I don't love to people, you guys definitely don't fucking love to people. So make sure that you get that low. Best shadow work ever. Now, the metal mesh should be poking out of your brain. And growing. And then growing a fourth layer around the third layer of your metal mesh on the outside. And we call this layer the Protego Totalum layer. Now we're gonna pour the Gabbera skin tone, the dragon skin, on all the layers of the metal mesh. Now this comes from the Gabbera dragon egg, so it's mastering discipline and brick building and patience and one brick at a time, one block at a time. So all the metal wires are coated with this candy apple Gabbera dragon skin teaching all the way through your feet and tail. In your bones. It's also very red pill. You should all know what the Gabbera dragon egg looks like. Now we're going to have a dragon vomit up dragon yolk on the inlays of all our metal graphs. And they're going to paint black stripes into it. So it's like a bee. Somebody says it, your false channel. It is a bee. That's the teaching, is be yourself. There's a Hufflepuff component to this, though. So we go, I haven't done yoga, but I can take a beginner class. I can go from 0 to 1. Okay, instead of looking like, oh no, I have to look like a master yogi, so I will never go. So we start every workout routine from a beginner standpoint. And then that frees us of our psychosis that prevents us from even beginning. And we all have it. I have never met anybody on the planet that does not present themselves or have this issue in their life. I will not do that. I need to look perfect doing it, and I won't look perfect doing it, so I won't even try or even start from scratch. And remember, our dragon tail is filled with that baby dragon grid. And that means we can be a baby in our feet chakra instead of a grown-up. Big time. We can approach yoga like a baby, or we can approach martial arts like a baby and look like a baby doing it. And making sure that yolk goes those 4 layers in the dragon tail. And then it poops out from the end of the tail. And now I'm going to make it poop out through all the spikes at the end of the tail. And it's A&R level yolk. And then it gets painted with the black stripes again still at the tail. But we are a bee that has no pointer. No knife right at the end. We don't need a stinger. Now, on each of those boxes, we're going to have an earth element inlay. And then we're going to get covered in dragon shit fertilizer. That we can remind ourselves we don't even have to look like a baby. We can just be dragon shit. And it's better to be dragon shit than not dragon shit. And that's the shadow undermining. Because if we're dragging shit, then it's okay that we just are failures at everything. 100%. And it's better that we try. Now we're gonna put on a Petri dish on top of that Petri dish goo. Some of you guys might want the 4 layers of the Petri dish glue. And then I'm gonna coat each, I'm gonna put like a thinner candy apple charm into each layer of my Petri dish goo glue. It's better to move forward. And that candy apple charm emanates the cobra acid Yoda balls. So whatever the Yoda balls I might have set up, it helps to emanate those magics into my form and body. And you might feel new metal graftings, meshes go into your muscular system. And we're talking like Misty Copeland's perfect symmetry level kind of muscular system. She's got the best grid on the planet as far as I have seen. She anchors the authority. A very good symmetry. We're talking about micro movements and micro muscles being perfectly symmetrical. That's how good her system is. And then we're gonna put on that Gabrua. Then we're gonna put on that Gabrua grids through our right brain, through our left brain. We're regrafting. I'm feeling it trying to grow through a block. Can't believe stars still coming up through my body. I feel like I have a demon in the right part of my brain. Now we're going to make sure all those new metal meshes have the Gabra candy apple, dragon skin, very red pill again. Maybe around my face. How do I work out my muscles in my face? If you're an actor, actors have that level of intelligence, so it exists. Same with the singing. And it's starting to say no more knife, right? So I'm getting stuff at the end of getting cords, DNA cords at the end of my dragon tail, and I'm pulling it up and wrapping them around my body to create a 5th layer and create a new metal mesh from the end of my dragon tail all the way up above my head. So I'm encased in a dragon egg all the way around. Filled with this metal mesh. Yeah, no more knife rape is legit. And then we coat those with the candy apple dragon skin and get the dragon yolk to come through. Get dragon yolk vomited into your get up. And then they'll paint that with black tar. It's non-stinger bee. And then we get dumped dragging shit on us again. With the earth element. And now we're a pile of dragon shit. And then Mother Earth gives us a June bug beetle. And then says, pour the dragon shit into Tiferet into the sun and resurrect your good body. So then you feel the June bug rolling you in your DNA so that every time you spin and every time you roll over, it adds the Tiferet into your DNA in your physical body. And then we put the honeycomb on top of that. The golden stuff. And then we get filled with marshmallow charm because we're just a Hufflepuff when we do workouts. Maybe in 15 years, we can be a Gryffindor when we're doing workouts. Maybe in 20 years. Okay. We're all rolled up into a ball. And then we have the maturity charm get pulled in. It's like icing being poked into a cream puff. And we have more marshmallow charm. And then we have another layer. So we have the hot pink paste go on the outside of the honeycomb. And then we put another layer. And then we put another layer of the honeycomb. With another layer of the marshmallow charm. Now we times this body by, nope, wait. We do the Petri dish goo glue on the outside of the honeycomb. So we have our Petri dish jelly. All on the outside. And then we have our picture. What we want. I want Misty Copeland plus Ninja. That's what I want. I want Buffy. Perfect, but with perfect symmetry. So like River and Serenity, but a dancer. And that goes in each portion of the Petri dish jelly. And then I say 108 pounds. So that's me, small but muscular. But I'd rather look like I'm 108 pounds than be 108 pounds. £114. That's my good body. I don't care. So we set our intention. I don't care if I weigh 130 pounds if I look like I weigh 114 pounds. And that does not mean fat. That means that's how much muscle I have on me, and it's perfect. That's like size 0. Fit. Now that's doable for me. The Misty Copeland plus Ninja in 5 years might be doable. If I spent a lot of my time and energy doing that. It's definitely doable in 15 to 20. I have 10,000 hours of workout and body intelligence and dance conditioning, so I'm okay. And I'm like a yoga person, so I'm okay. And I was a competitive athlete growing up, so that's my background. So looking at Misty, and so like you gotta understand levels. So you got to do something that where you could possibly get to in your mind. And then we throw on the red sparkle dust on the petri dish with our perfect picture of where we want to be. I talk like a baby here with Lucifer because that's where my body's at emotionally. Because it doesn't want to do all this work, but if I do little by little, it's okay. Now, we times that by 50 and do 50 layers going outside. So we see it to the tower up there, to the towers out there, to the tower back there. 50 layers. And then we put the Gryffindor lava with the hot pink paste at each 50 of those layers. And burn away all the blocks that sit before us. That Gryffindor lava honeycomb with the hot pink paste. And then to the back. And we make sure those Gryffindor lava at the hot pink paste definitely goes and eats everything out before us. Burn through the blocks in the physical world to the bottoms of hell today. Now, that's what we want. And then the back. And then we do the RAVENCLAW. The blue RAVENCLAW gels. The RAVENCLAW blue gels 50 layers out. And up and that way and back. And then we have the pearly sheen inlays. Some of you have the salviohexia pearly sheen on this one, like me. Now we're going to put the hydrangea spell on everything. And there is a, so we put hydrangea petals in each of the salviohexia cells of the 50 layers out. And there's a spell. It can go from blue to pink. So blue to hot pink. Whatever it needs, so that's the spectrum. So it can start at hot pink, which is just like red. It's nothing. It's just fun. And then it can go to blue, master. So we have our hydrangea spell. Hydrangeas need a lot of water. So we gotta water it with the Petri dish. And this is where our emotional body begins. Begins. Not before our work. Our emotions are not real emotions unless they're in health and fitness emotions. That. From the bottom of the clippeth. And any black magic in our way gets burned out. And those hydrangea petals expand into hot pink gels with hot pink flame. And it makes other people feel arrested for how they've treated you in life. And that's the hot pink one. So it's Elle Woods level workout. Fun. And no more than an hour a day of psycho stuff. And that's the spell. I feel like we need the Ravenclaw gels one more level. and the wires to porcupine through from the spine on all of those levels. And then to create the metal mesh on the outside, and it needs to be activated by a dragon. I'm going to have Princess Poppy do mine. Because I'm just a beginner. And I need Princess Poppy to do it. Somebody says, oh my God, this is exactly what our body thinks. That's why we don't do so well. Because our body goes, no. And our brain goes, yes. And our body goes, no. Okay, Princess Poppy's burning up the gels on the outside of the metal mesh on the outside of those 50 layers. And what we're going to do is a cobra acid heel on the bottom of our right foot. And we plant it in at our root chakra below our vagina. And then we cobra acid any of the blocks in our future through the bottom of hell with our right heel. I can move forward. Okay. It's that or something better. Okay. Health, fitness, intelligence. Now we're going to put the virtue charm and pour it in. So we have virtues approaching our health and fitness body. virtue juice. And the Verita serum, so we know where we're at. Instead of psychosis, thinking we're better than we think we are. Thinking we're better than we are. I don't want to be thinking I'm better than I am. Ever. I want to think I'm dragging shit and be Misty Copeland. Do you understand? I would rather think I'm dragging shit and be Misty Copeland than think I'm Misty Copeland and be a turd. So that's the undersell, over-deliver in our life. So undersell, over-deliver charm. To ourselves. I feel that in 50 layers too. And then we do the grow organically with time charm, and then we're good to go. The grow organically with time charm, which feels like moss agate being poured in 50 different layers of our aura through the bottom of the clippeth. This magic will grow organically with time. This or something better. I don't want to go to the park and see people doing ninja stuff and just watch them. I want to go up to them and look like Dragon Poo Poo and learn something and practice and sign up. Capoeira, I think it's a Brazilian like ninja dance. Brazilian Cirque ninja dance. I want that. Cirque ninja dance. And let it grow. Now somebody like Misty Copeland will watch this video, or an Olympic athlete, and you'll go, I'm not a Hufflepuff at working out. And that's okay. You're more advanced. Maybe you can teach me something. All right. I'm just Dragon Poo Poo. I end it with the 50 layers of dragon poo-poo. And coat it with the black tar heroin. And then we have Kali Ma or Lucifer. Light up that version. And that's the one I love. I need to do it in the back, in the bottom. So you might see 50 rings of fire with like black tar being lit up. Coloring out.